afternoon, and I'm like dying. Okay.
All right, we're live.
What's up?
That's true. I'll come join you. Yeah.
Okay, welcome to the pregame show. Ben Sprung here with Ben Saper.
Hey, folks.
We got a do or die elimination game coming up between Brown University and Carleton University, Carleton College.
Two well-matched games. They've played twice this year, and Carleton has beaten Brown both times. Carleton won 13-10 at the Smoky Mountain Invite and 13-12 at Eastern, so we expect a close game.
Yeah, and Brown just is coming off a strong pool play, finishing second in their pool behind UMass. And Carleton is coming out third in their pool behind Cal Poly Slow in Vermont. So these teams are fighting for a chance to continue on in the quarterfinals tomorrow.
It's do or die. We definitely expect the intensity level to be raised up a notch in this game. It's a good field. We've got a good view. We've got the camera on extra stilts, and we're excited to bring you the game. Please drop in the chat. In the group me actually is better. If there's any problems with the audio, we can fix those. If there's problems with the video, we probably cannot fix those, but we'll do our best. All right, I'm gonna go behind the camera and see if what people are saying. And I realize now that I should have checked to see if anyone is watching the stream before we started the pregame show.
Really?
Noel said that's some serious innovation. We have an audience of 3.
Great.
We can redo. I say we redo the pregame show in about 5 minutes. That'll be 5:27.
Do you have any extra roster?
Yep. Actually, that one's probably beat up the one that's in my pocket.
Pregame interview.
What?
Opposing parents.
That one, the color printed funny, but I don't think it needs cut off that.
I'm not.
Oh, look at you guys.
So the stars are the captains.
And the cut parents
People look out for Jace Jean, number 19.
coming through with the roster for us.
Leo Jordan and Sam McCarty.
Yeah.
It'll be awfully,
One-sided.
one-sided color, but,
Hey, now that we have the names,
One of your
we do our best to be fair and balanced out here.
Nathan Callan, freshman, number 39.
We got some links going out. Oh man, this camera device is working pretty well.
No, I was at Tustin.
Oh, nice.
I graduated in 01. They both have a name with us now.
Oh, the name Forch has just come up as a cut parent. Graduated from cut, is also cut alum 01.
It's YouTube, and it's look up Nemo Captain. So, hey, give me a second.
And we're live. Are we live?
6 minutes to game time. We're live. We got 7 on the stream. They're starting to filter in. We got Cut warming up to our right.
In the pink today, it looks like.
John Jay would be proud.
John Jay would be proud because, of course, the famous mixed club team Tandem wore pink and brown jerseys with a tandem bicycle on them. I don't know where they got that idea from.
Legendary levels of uniform fashionness.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to be
You need this back though, right?
behind the camera.
I know.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
So you're gonna have some
Let's see.
unfriendlies watching the game.
That's great. That's great. We're pretty even-handed, I think. We just don't know the other team, but
We're just trying to grow our subs.
we're trying to grow ourselves. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Let me make sure the phone is actually. Seven on the stream, 6 on the stream. We're losing subscribers out here.
They're just working on their internet connection.
Just to check.
How's our internet bars?
I mean, it looks fine. No message saying, bad connection, which we were getting last game. So that's good. Plenty of data left as Brown brings into the huddle. I feel like I'm having an inflated ego here. I don't want to start the pregame show until we have more people on the stream, but the game's about to start, so I guess we better do it.
Do they know? Did we announce on the thing that we're live?
I just sent an email, and Andrew's doing the Twitters and other promotions.
Shout out Kyle Weisbrod. He's a fiduciary financial advisor. If you need to get your financial affairs in order, which we all need from time to time, Kyle is a great man to reach out to. You can definitely trust him to get you on the right track and work in your best interest. So you can send him an email or go to his website, kyleweisbrod.com.fiduciary. No, I'm just playing. kyleweisbrod@gmail.com.
And I think it's onedayadvisor.com.
One day or another, you're gonna get your finances straight one day. Okay, on the line to start for Brown. They are pulling, and they're going right off the bat with Jacques Neeson, Cal,
Emmett, Jason. No, I'm sorry, that's Will.
Will, Oscar Lowe,
Morgan,
and
Ian Laser.
Ian Laser, who had a Callahan earlier today, caught it, intercepted it in the opposing end zone for a goal.
And that won him the right to wear the chain of blingy defense.
The blockchain.
The blockchain. Blockchain.
Patrick's got work to do.
Pat,
Can we interview?
yeah, can we get a pregame interview?
Halftime? Okay, Patrick's coming over at halftime when he gets a break.
All
He's
right.
going to give us his take from inside the locker room.
It's Patrick, number 35. Unfortunately hurt right now.
Unfortunately, there is actually no locker room.
There is no locker room in physicality. Well, this is fairly lightly intended for a pre-quarters game.
And I'll throw some wind in front of the camera so you can see what we're working with. Here, let's get it straight with the field. It's going that way.
Yeah, pretty much a dead crosswind blowing away from us. So we'll see how Brown plays it. With Jacques out there.
And welcome back, Alex Korb, to the broadcast.
Korb is back.
Coming off a successful day.
And with Jacques out there, I would not be surprised to see Brown throw some zone. Alex Korb is here
Alex Korb.
in the building.
What?
He's in the building.
Yeah. If we have any social workers or counselors, Alex Korb is often on the road giving lectures on his neuroscience research on the upward spiral of how you can use neuroscience to improve your mental health.
All right, the electricity is in the air as the first pull is about to go off for the first elimination game at 2023 Nationals. Ben Saber on the mic for the D team points. Ben Sprung on the play-by-play for the offense points. Excited to be here.
Let's see if
13
Brown
on
can
the
get
stream.
this game started strong and get a turn, see if they can punch it in for a break.
Yeah. It's a YouTube channel. And the pull's up. A nice hanging pull. Ben Saber with the play-by-play.
And if you're a Carlton fan, drop a comment so we can make sure we're a little less biased. Because if it's all Brown folks, we are definitely going to be.
We do have a Carlton roster, so we'll do our best with the names.
Now Will.
Daniel, break.
Closing in on the mark. Oh, and Emmett with a great bid, but can't get the break.
Love to see that energy, though, in the first point of the game.
And here's Morgan.
In the line, bro.
Cal on the mark.
That's Cal. Morgan.
Oh.
Nice snag.
Closing in on the stall. Now Oscar. Oh, Morgan. Oh, and a turn. Good D.
Brown C team with a chance to break on the first point.
Will's looking. Cal to Jacques Neeson. Cal's got it again. He finds Jacques. He can throw it anywhere. But he finds Will on the in-cut. Will's looking. Will's looking for Jacques. Again, up line to Jacques.
Jock loves that throw and go. Let's look for that here as he's going to dish to Will.
He gets Will. Oh, Cal steals it. Back to Jacques. Looking downfield. Emmett with the inside cut. He's open. He waits for it.
Emmett with those long arms.
How old is the guy guarding?
And a travel, I think, was called.
Hairline to be in college.
Maybe he's just really impatient.
And
Or a push-off.
Call against the offense has been made by Cut. They're talking to each other.
Oh, we got 37 on the stream. If you're just joining us, it's 0-0. First point of the game. Brown's D team has the disc, looking for a break. Carleton looking to get the disc back. We've got Emmett.
And they go to the observer. I doubt the observer saw it, but he says he did, and he saw the push.
Oh my goodness.
So they are, what's that? They just sent it back.
They've sent it back as a contested foul.
Otherwise, it's a
I think
I don't really know the rules anymore.
Yeah. We actually don't really know the rules anymore. But the disc is staying with Brown, but it's going back to Jacques. Brown's in a vertical stack. The main handlers are going to be Jacques, Cal number 2, and Will number 8, and Emmett number 15. They've actually got 4 handlers out there. Interesting.
Outline to Jacques. Jacques looking. He has Morgan open. Reverses. He's watching Cal. Back to Jacques. Emmett with the cut. And Emmett catches the goal for the break. That's a freshman, and Brown is on the board. 1-0
that's a double
against
kick.
Carleton.
You just spiked it twice.
He spiked it twice because that goal was nice.
Very nice, Ben. Brown comes out playing Jacques on defense, and it pays off with a break to start the game.
And that's not quite a pure upwind break, but as we saw with that grass demonstration earlier, it was it's kind of cutting across. So that was a good break. Good way to start the game.
All right, who do we have here on this D point? We've got Morgan staying in the game. We've got Oscar Lowe, that's number 29. We've got Will. We've got Leo, number 7. He's going to pull it. I think that's Emmett staying in the game, Cal staying in, and Ian Laser. So essentially, Leo in for Jacques, and I think everybody else staying out there.
I like that.
I like it.
Leo and Jacques out there on each of these deep points.
I 100% am with you. Brown looks like they're matching up, but we'll see what they do.
There's a lot of yelling.
Carlton has the classic sideline to sideline cheer, which I really love. Big outside in pull from Leo.
And Carlton works it up to the quarter field mark. Oh, Cal's on the mark. Cal's on the mark right here on the sideline. He's looking for the break. Ooh. Wow.
Get off
Leo
my boy!
on the mark.
Let's go, Cohen! What a rip!
Come on, Will. Come on, Will.
Oh. And Carlton with the quick goal to even the score at 1-1. 1 Brown, 1 Carlton.
That was one of those flick hucks, those outside in flick hucks that fades to the back shoulder. Very tough for a defender to get around. And Carlton able to convert, and it's 1-1. First O point of the game coming for Brown. Out there we've got Jock, Noah, Henry, Luca, Jason, and Elliot. That's been the starting O-line all weekend for Brown. And out there for Carlton, we have some information for you.
We got number 1, Robert Breyer.
Number 16,
Sawyer Blair.
7,
Tim Jensen. Shout out. Dane would be proud.
9, 4, and 23.
Jace Dean, captain. Michael Drager is 54. And Ben Scott Lewis,
Ends represent.
15. He's a freshman. See if we can get Ben.
And the pull is up. It's a big outside in pull. It's gonna sky then knifing in, and Noah's gonna let it bounce, field it on a hop, center to Jacques. Jacques looking downfield. Brown's got a side sack. They had Henry going deep, but Jacques holsters it, finds Noah.
The wind is gusting.
Wind's gusting. Jacques gets it offline. He's been getting the disc at will all weekend. Jacques finds Luca on an in cut. Brown past midfield now. Luca hits Jacques for his reset. That hung up, but Jacques went up and got it. Jacques around to Leo. Leo looking downfield. Leo lets a backhand away shot go to Luca, and that drops it. He dropped that right in the bucket. Luca makes a grab, and that's a hold for Brown. 2-1 Brown.
That was a pretty throw from Leo.
That was a pretty throw.
Once again, Noah scoring a goal. Not really moving. He's always seemed
Luca.
like
Luca. Yeah.
What did I call him?
Noah.
Luca with a great goal. Had a big smile on his face as that disc sailed into him because he was all alone.
Yeah, I think he made a nice little S cut there and shed his defender. And as Alex Korb reminded us, Leo Gordon is Brown's Callahan nominee. Nice throw from Leo. All right, 2-1. Browns up a break. Early action.
Happy to be the backup color commentator.
Yeah. You know what? We could even.
Get this guy a
I know,
mic.
that's
Get this
much
guy a mic.
You'll be the
I like to
behind the scenes stat guy.
I don't want the
Rules expert. Rules expert.
All right, so let's see what Brown's throwing out there on D.
So I don't want to give anything away to the Carlton people standing near me, but I'm pretty sure this is the zone squad out here from Brown.
It's looking a little junky.
Looking a little junky.
And hopefully this wind gust will continue for the point.
It's certainly the second D line. We've got Andy, Will, Caleb, Adrian, Theo, Marty, and I left out Zachary. Thank you, Zach. Nice pull from Adrian.
And Brown comes downfield. Marty is on the mark in the cup with Theo. Got some big boys in here with Zach as well, all over 6'2". 6'3", 4. But Carlton gets to midfield.
Number 9, styling in that hoodie.
On the tough side with the wind blowing against them.
If Mac also gets a tattoo, I'll give BMO $2,000, says Chris Casednar.
And it's a little hard to see here, but the cup is working hard on the far side of the field.
The wind is blowing directly away from us almost at that sideline that Brown is trying to force on, and that was a nice lefty backhand.
They're in there. They're not trying to get the sideline that high. Okay, here they go. Cut gets to the middle of the field. They break field. And they score. Good zone offense from Carleton.
Carleton holds for 2-2. Brown through the zone. Carleton was able to find a way through. It's windy, but it's not that windy. And with patience, teams we've seen pretty much this weekend, teams have been able to work through zones. All right, second O point of the game for Brown.
It's 2-2.
It's 2-2 if you're just tuning in. We got 66 on the stream. That's exciting.
That's an elimination game for both of these teams. It's the pre-quarter matchup. They're fighting for their season here.
Two teams giving it their all. This is what it's all about. Out there for Brown, we got Henry, number 99, Jock, Jason, Noah, Luca, Leo, and Elliot. I think last O point, we saw Brown run a side sack and a set play for Henry going deep. The wind's, it's not a very favorable wind to throw deep in this direction, so the throw didn't go up, but we'll see what they do here. Number 64 for Carleton with the big outside in pull. Noah's going to let this fall, field it on a hop nicely to Jacques. Brown's in horizontal offense now. And a stoppage. Actually, Brown's in kind of a split stack. In any case, Jacques breaks the mark to Leo. Leo looking upfield. He's got Elliot coming under. And he threw it too far, but Jason, not the intended receiver, cleaned up the trash. Elliot to Jacques. Jacques looking for Leo. Jacques looking for Elliot. Jacques to Leo. Leo right back to Jacques. They love that two-man game. Jacques runs it down just shy of the goal line. Jacques looking. Jacques looking. Jacques looking. Still looking. The around flick. The continue for the goal to Elliot.
Brown with the big goal. That's Elliot Rosenberg, senior dual degree Ridley and Brown with the goal from Leo after the Jock hockey assist.
We were disappointed this Nationals to not see Elliot's mustache, but we've not been disappointed in his play. 3-2 Brown.
But we were not disappointed to get to know Elliot a little bit and learn that he's a furniture craftsman.
Very cool.
He's working on a lot of mid-century styles. So sometime in the future, you'll probably be buying tables from him for like $6,000.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We got to get on that list, on that wait list before it fills up.
On the line here for Brown on defense.
That's Emmett with the disc.
Emmett from right to left. It looks like Emmett, Cal, Morgan, Will, Luca, Ian, and Oscar.
One funny thing is I feel like I've learned all their names, but a lot of them I don't know their last name. So Emmett is Emmett Young. Very impressive freshman. And here he goes with the pull. Big outside in backhands. Safer audio low, say the comments.
Is it still low? Cause
I think put the mic like, I don't know.
I'm sorry about my low audio. It's up. And Brown is approaching the, and no call.
And that's a turn, no call. Brown D will pick it up.
That was great body position by Ian.
Yeah.
He has a knack for that. And a huck is up for Brown. It's Luca trailing it. Oh. And Luca raises his hand. He wishes he could have that one back.
That was the Brown D team's second possession of the game, and they're not able to punch that one in. Carleton's O team, second chance this point.
Morgan on the mark. Now Cal marking. They're testing Oscar deep. But Ian's there too, and Oscar with the big D.
Great D
And
by
Will
Oscar.
picks up, finds Luca. Luca's looking, back to Will. Will works it to Cal. Cal's looking. He's looking for the dump. Cal finds Will. Give and go back to Cal. Here comes Emmett. Back to Will. And through the middle to Cal. Cal's in the middle of the field.
We've got a stoppage.
With the stoppage of play. Brown's playing inspired here on the D line.
Just make sure you're not muted. No, you're good. You're good.
I'm good.
Yeah, I think you're good. You
you
have the
hear
A1
me?
anyway this time. Call is resolved. Disc back in. Cal to Emmett. Emmett looking for his reset. Looking at Will. There goes Will. Emmett doesn't throw to him. Now he does, and they've got it. Will looking back for Emmett. Back to Cal. They're going to play this three-man game. Will. Cal. Looking for Emmett. It's all Emmett, Will, Cal. Now there's Luca for the goal and the break.
Huge goal for the freshman. Throwing it in there to Luca, who scores another one. Very impressive. Brown has come out strong to this game, and that's a break, folks, that Brown takes the lead 4-2.
Great point for Brown's D team. They got the disc twice and punched it in the second one. They had Luca crossing over to play D. Luca's done nothing but score goals all this weekend. And great handler work by the Cal, Emmett, Will trio on that point.
Very nice handling work. It's the throw and go. When they're really operating that throw and go, it's impressive.
It's tough to guard for sure. Tough
And
to
now we've
guard.
got a local live audience tuning in to the show. So we love to see it. I'm talking about him in the yellow hat. If we could have like a whole bunch of kids like gathered around watching, that would make me feel special too.
Right. So Jacques going to play D this point.
Okay.
Cal, Ian Laser, Will is going to pull it, looks like. Oscar Lowe, Emmett Young, and Morgan Thane. 2-1-5. Carleton looking to get their O on track. They've been broken twice. We're here early. It's 4-2 Brown. Here's the pull. It's a line drive. This is Carleton's basically going downwind.
And the
point,
disc
although
is
there's a
rolling.
strong crosswind component.
And Emmett and Cal up front. Emmett has long limbs.
Big
And Will
bid
has
from
a nice
Will.
bid. There we go, Will. It's up. We got two BMO guys chasing. It looks like it's deep. And they've nearly crashed into a crowd of spectators. But it's a turn, and Brown's coming to look for another break. Jock Nissan on the goal line, looking to go the whole field. Centers to Cal.
That was a downwind shot that just had a little too much going downwind. Threw it out the back. That was a tough throw, though.
Tough throw, but I liked the Brown defense on it. Let's get two guys on every deep throw.
Yep. The help defense is
Jock
good.
on the right side, guarded by number 29, Daniel Chen from Carleton. Cal's got it. He's looking for Emmett. And it's a miscommunication and turn. Brown back on D. Carleton's got 10 feet to go. And it's up. It's a floater. And Brown grabs it again for another turn. Let's see what they... Jock finds Cal again in the middle. Up the left side to Ian. Back to Will. Morgan with the deep cut. They don't take it. Jock in the middle. It's with Cal. Now Jock.
Go Ian!
Ian's got it. Open all day. Ian puts it up. A tough throw up against the wind. Tough forehand. Reminded me of my own forehand, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a tough little
Ian.
throw, that kind of
High release.
intermediate up the line shot.
Oh, but he gets it back with the point block. I mean, with the layout D for
Huge
Ian.
layout block for Ian.
Erases the error, gets the layout D.
That's Ian's second layout block of the day. He's been lighting up on defense for sure.
Back to Jacques in the middle. Carlton's yelling fire because Brown's looking hot. They find Will. Will to the middle of the jock. We got the 3-man weave, but they find Emmett.
Right.
Emmett's
on the goal
looking
line.
on the goal line to Cal, back to Emmett, and it's coming into Will for the goal! Brown with another break. It's 5-2. Brown up against Carleton in the pre-quarters game here in Mason, Ohio.
3 breaks early for Brown.
Ben, what'd you think about all those turnovers?
I think Brown is just playing great defense, to be honest. I think this is the most inspired defense we've seen them play all weekend. And they're contesting every throw. We've seen layout bids that haven't got there. We've seen layout bids that have got there.
You got to feel good if you're Brown at this point, having 2 breaks, and on their other D point, they didn't get the break, but they got the turn.
Yeah. And Brown's having their stars play a lot of defense this game. It's definitely paying off.
And we've been calling for that for a few years over here on the Peanut Gallery commentary team, so it's nice to see it's being implemented effectively.
Paul says he can hear great now, so that's awesome. Timeout on the field, by the way.
Paul V, he just called me. I'm like, it's a little shout out for the old captain, Paul Vandenberg. Thanks for tuning in. Got bars for y'all. Oh.
Well, great to be out here at College Nationals. Fun to be calling some games with you again.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure. And of course, we want to shout out Ben Sprung, who organized this whole production, bought all the equipment, fundraised. Thank you for donating.
Yeah, thanks for all the donations.
And
Thank your sponsors.
yeah, thanks our sponsors, Kyle Weisbrod and Captain Seaweeds.
That's right. Antonio's Pizza, Eastside Pockets. Thanks for contributing.
And Barton Gregorian.
The estate of Barton Gregorian, thank you.
I think we're top funders.
All right, coming out of the timeout. Brown's going to be on defense, Carleton on offense. Carleton looking to right the ship here, down 5-2 early. Brown loves how this game's going. D-team's getting on a roll. My co-commentator, Ben Saper, is hopping around in excitement on the sideline. As old D-team players, we love to see the breaks. We love to see the breaks. All right, out there for Brown.
Just a little clowning.
He might be the out there for number Brown. We've got Jason, number 9, the freshman sensation, crossing over to play defense. Cal and Emmett and Will. That's the D-team handling core. We've got number 29, Oscar Lowe. He's a great defender. And Ian Laser, number 12. He's gotten some great Ds this weekend, including one last point. And rounding out the D squad is Leo Gordon. He's going to pull. Out there for Carleton.
2 freshmen on this lineup.
Yeah, 2 freshmen out there for Brown. Out there for Carleton, we've got number 29, number 9, number 12, number 9, 15, 19.
But for those of you that are wondering how many years this national streak will continue, I'd say you're in good hands with some of these young guys on the Brown team.
Let's go, Bevo!
Big outside in pull from Leo Gordon. Fielded on a hop by Carleton, and they will center to 0-0 as Brown comes out in man defense. Flick man defense with Emmett with his long arms poaching in the lane. Here's a big bid by Leo. Showing his man. He's there to turn. A turn on the dump. Picked up. Cal picks up. Cal looking for Will at the front of the stack. Looking for Leo. Now looking back to Will. Stall count rising. Cal hangs it up in the wind. And it's a turn. Ooh. Little hurry there from Brown.
Run through it!
And Carleton is past midfield. Brown is back in man defense. Swinging to number 10 on Carleton. Emmett on the mark.
Got him, Emmett!
Looking for the reset. A tough throw up the line. And a great layout block from Oscar Lowe and an immediate hook from Cal to Leo going deep.
Go
Leo!
back.
Misread the disc and jumped at the wrong time.
Under.
And we have a stoppage.
Travel call or no set feet.
He didn't come to the line.
Oh, he didn't come to the line.
Wow, that was a great D by number 29, Oscar Lowe, coming around the outside of his man to get that layout block. Cal picked it up, sent the immediate deep shot to Leo. It looked like a pretty good throw, and I think Leo just kind of misread it, or maybe didn't realize how open he was. But Carlton's O team's got to go 70 yards here.
Callahan. Woo.
A couple resets. Leo on the mark. Here's an in-cut, and Oscar almost got another one. The disc hits the ground, but it's a foul, and it looks like it's uncontested. But Oscar was right there. He just didn't really have a path to get through the offensive player. It's 29 on 29 actually. There's a swing. Will on the mark. Oscar jumps into the lane. Brown likes to have that handler defender sag into the lane. If you're just joining us, it's 5-2 Brown early in the game. This is a 0 point for Carleton, and there have been 2 turns already. Disc about to come in after some kind of stoppage. We've got Cal guarding his man in the lane. And Jason is last back. Will on the mark. There's a break mark throw. See the guy in the sweatshirt? He'll find 19. And the deep shot goes up. Jason is there. Can he get there?
Yes, he can.
Great D by
Yes, he can. You said, can he get there? And he could.
Jason answers the call, rises up, gets the D. Cal picks up to Will. Back to Cal. Over to Leo. Leo, a deep shot to a streaking Oscar Lowe for the goal!
Bimo with a huge break. Full field hut from Cal?
That was from Leo.
From Leo to Oscar Lowe, who goes up high and scores the goal for Brown.
Man, that was an impressive sequence for Oscar. He had a block, he had another one where he was right there, and then he goes deep, burns his man for the goal. He's playing great out there, and that was a great throw from Leo. Great throw.
I agree, and you love to see it. Oscar Lowe, class of 2025. My math is right. That makes him a sophomore.
That sounds right to me, Ben Safer. It's 6-2 Brown.
6-2 Brown. See if Carleton's gonna muster up. Now we know Carleton is missing one of their strongest players who was injured 2 weeks ago at the alumni game.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
Hate to see that happen. Out there for Brown, we've got Andy, number 76. We've got Sid the Kid, number 95. 67 is Riley. And the pull's up. That was Adrian pulling.
Okay, and they're getting down there fast. We got Theo in the game. Senior, first year on the team, is in the cup with Marty and Sid the Kid. We've got... They're working in the cup. They're trying to keep them posted on that far side with the wind a little bit dead at the moment. It's a blade across field, completed for Carleton. They're on our sideline here with Riley on them. Here comes Martin to count. Theo's looking big. Ooh. And the cup swings back to the other side. Brown still in zone. Carleton doing a good job working it up. And they are just batting it around. They're going for it, and Carleton scores the upline goal. I'm sorry.
Man, if we've seen a theme over this last 2 days, is that zone defenses are not really getting turns, both when Brown plays zone and when Brown has zone played against us.
I don't think we've seen a turn.
I'm not sure we've seen a turn from anyone in zone, and I think that just speaks to how high the level of disc skills are these days. Seems like everybody has all the throws.
Well, at least the people they let touch it on
People
zone
they let
points.
people have touched it on zone points. That's right. The wind's picking up here a little though, so we'll see what happens.
It's gusty. It's point by point whether you're going to have a wind gust or not. Here.
Yeah, and the wind's blowing from, if you're watching at home, blowing from your right to your left. So Brown's going to be on offense going downwind here, but there is also a significant crosswind component blowing towards the far sideline. And out there on O for Brown, we've got the usual suspects: Elliott, Henry the Prom King, Luca the Cheese Man, Jason, Leo, Noah, and Jacques.
Neutral! Neutral!
6-3 Brown.
6-3 Brown in first half action of pre-quarters, 2023 Nationals. Carleton to pull. Big inside out pull, turnover a little bit, heading towards the sideline, but Noah's gonna catch it. Center to Leo. Leo looking downfield, Brown's in horizontal offense. Jacques is gonna go deep, and Leo's gonna swing it back over to Noah. Noah a little
Fine,
wobbly,
Jacques.
but Jacques digs it up, digs it out. Jacques looking downfield. Now he's looking at Noah. He's gonna swing it instead to Leo. Leo to Elliott, a contested catch, but he makes the grab. Brown's about 25 yards out of their own end zone. Swing to Leo. Leo breaks the mark to Jacques. Jacques looking at Noah going deep. Holsters the throw. Instead finds Luca in the middle of the field for a nice gainer. Over to Leo. Leo the hammer to an open Noah for the goal.
And Noah brings it down for the offensive goal. Great offensive play by Brown. The hammer had me nervous though.
It was a little scary. It just started to hang up, but it floated into Noah's hands just in time.
Well, and
About a step
to
before the
Noah's
defender.
credit, he went up and grabbed it.
He did, and he sure had to.
You left it hanging up there for the drama.
7-3 Brown in first half action in pre-quarters. Brown over Carleton right now.
Brown hoping to get a break here to take us to half. We've got Cal out there with Morgan, with Oscar Lowe, Ian Lacer, Emmett, and Will. Emmett Young
That's right.
and Will Steinfeld.
And number 22 walking on is Marty. Marty's presence makes me think that they might be running zone, but we'll see. Otherwise, it's a pretty man defense team. But Marty is a large person that they like to put in the cup.
Well, I think, yeah, that's probably a newer thing. It might be, the semis are
Will to pull.
And Will pulls it. Looks good. Brown hustles down to pick up.
too scared to catch it.
And we've got a little junky thing. Will's on the mark. Oh, Ian! Almost with another layout bid, but Oscar's got a shot. And
Wow.
Carleton with a quick goal upfield.
And that was a cheeky inside-out flick up the right sideline. That was like a summer league throw. to
It
be
worked
frank,
out
but
for
it worked.
Carleton.
Can't
They-
argue with success, but a high degree of difficulty throw executed by Carleton. And they hold to make it 7-4. 7-4 Brown.
Let's see if Brown here can settle down, get it on offense, and just bring it into the goal for half. Looks like the usual suspects out there for offense.
That's right, the usual crowd. Noah, Henry, Elliott, Jason. We've got Leo and Jacques out there.
And this is Ben Saper. I'm living in Evanston, Illinois these days, so feel free to shout me out if you're in the Chicago area. I'm looking to make friends.
And behind the camera, I'm Ben Sprung. I'm in Philly, and yeah, give me a buzz. We'll go play some disc golf.
bensaper@gmail.com. Just really, I got no one to hang out
His
with.
DMs are open. His DMs are open. Timeout on the field, I think. I believe Carleton's called timeout.
TV time.
TV.
So this first half has gone as well as Brown could have hoped. A pretty dominant display so far, but they've got a hold on offense to make it 8-4 and go into half with a big lead. And Carleton is ready, and the pull soon to come.
I think Carleton would have felt more comfortable in their pink jerseys. I really liked those. And
Yeah.
let's see if they can.
That may have been a crucial loss of the flip for jersey color.
John Jay would be proud.
John Jay would be proud. John Jay has flowing locks these days.
He has growing dreadlocks?
No, just flowing locks. Just really long hair.
Oh, really? I bet it's beautiful.
D-line, hog line, dog line, cut. Cut, cut,
Is there some gray, salt and pepper? Or pure
Yeah,
black?
yeah, he's got a little salt and pepper.
Yeah.
cut. Cut, 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 cut. D-line, hog line, dog line, cut.
Cut, 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 cut.
All right, folks. Carleton lining up to pull. And it's a guy who looks a lot like Chase Sparling Beckley did 20 years ago to make the pull. Here we go. Big inside out pull. Turning over. That will do the trick. Noah's going to make the grab. Center to Jacques. And Carleton is playing zone with a kind of person in the middle of the cup on the mark. But Brown works it through. Elliott's got the disc on the sideline. Elliott's not afraid to throw that scooper to Leo. Leo to Noah. Noah to Jason. Jason looking to dump the disc to Elliott. Yut, as they call him, with the disc. He's got Jacques. Jacques looking. He finds Noah. We'll see if Carleton stays in the zone the whole way. It sure looks like they will. About 10 yards out is Jacques on the sideline, dumps it to Noah, gets it right back from him. Jacques still looking. He's got Leo, he hits him. About 15 yards out of the end zone, Leo to Jacques. Carleton staying in zone, they're committed to it. To Noah, very close, maybe 5 yards out. A lot of defensive pressure, finds Jacques. Jacques on the sideline, 5 yards out, being trapped. Backwards to Noah. Right back to Jacques. Looking for somebody. Looking for Noah. Looks him off, comes back to him. Brown kind of needs to get it off that far sideline. Let's see if they can do that as they're going backwards right now.
Wind gusting.
And the mark doing a good job taking away the reset. Jacques in trouble. He's going to throw the hammer to the far side of the field too. Lugo who makes the grab for half. That's half. Brown
And
takes half
Jacques
for 4.
Neeson with the pretty hammer over the top. The wind was gusting. He didn't give a gust. He threw that right in there. And Brown takes half, as you said, Ben, 8-4.
8-4.
And you got to be happy with that if you're a Brown University fan, if you love Bruno.
Yeah, and if you're a Brown fan, I think this is the dominant display we've been looking for.
So thank you for joining us, everybody. This will be
Yeah.
our halftime programming with Brown up in an elimination game, 8-4. We've got Ben Sprung behind the camera. I'm Ben Saper. Thanks for joining us.
I think, so we'll go on mute now. We'll keep the stream up and we'll unmute right before the second half starts. Once again, it's 8-4 Brown over Carleton at half.
And this is the first of all the quarterfinal games to reach half. So you got to feel good if you're Brown getting it done in
First pre-quarter, yes.
12 points. And we will be bringing in an interview with current player Patrick in just a few minutes. And I didn't mute mine. I'm still going.
I can say anything I want right now.
Yeah. I texted my friends from home, so shout out to Sam Zibin for tuning in, even though you probably don't know what's going on out here.
My parents might be watching. Hi, Mom, and hi, Dad, if you're watching.
Shout out to parents. Everyone at home, we really appreciate you. Because last game, we got disconnected from the internet and we talked to no one for about 25 minutes. So this is really a treat to have a watching audience.
I have to say, during those 25 minutes where we didn't realize we were at the top of our game.
Some of our best material.
Really hilarious. Really hilarious. Eventually we got the word, I think, from Andrew. For that game, we were far away from the camera. Also, just shout out to all the non-Brown connected folks who are on, Carleton connected folks. Glad to have you. We don't really know your team that well, so we're not able to call out names. but we're doing our best.
And we do know this is a historic kind of rivalry partnership of two of the smallest teams in the competitive ultimate world. Of course, Carleton, with an enrollment of only 2,000 students, it's very impressive that they can compete on this level with mostly state schools.
Yeah, and this is like, as you said, Ben, this is a classic matchup between two classic teams. You know, I think Carleton's won 4 national championships, Brown's won 3, so 2 programs with long histories battling it out to advance to nationals. It's fun to watch.
Can't ask for anything better.
Can't ask for anything better.
And with that, we'll step behind the camera and look for some interview subjects. Okay, let's get that. Okay, we're bringing in Patrick and Matthias.
All right, I'll hold the mic so you guys go.
Okay.
So thanks for joining us here. Brown up 8-4 at the halftime. How are you guys feeling out there after a half?
Excited. Yeah, the energy's been pretty electric out there. Yeah.
And Matthias, Patrick, you've been out hurt. Can you give us a little update on your injury?
Yeah, I think I'm good for next season. I've had a torn ACL past 2 seasons, but I think I'm ready to come back.
Excellent. We can't wait to see you out there next year. Matthias has been playing well all weekend. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I've been pretty good. I actually, during flow, I injured my wrist pretty badly. I broke it, and lots of surgeries had to happen. But I'm back out there. Yeah.
And when did you do that? During a tournament earlier?
Flowo. Yeah, in Florida. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, that
This
sucks.
spring that happened.
Yep. This
Are you a lefty?
Thankfully, no.
Okay,
So,
good.
Yeah, can do most of the things in life.
Yeah, Matthias
Great.
inspiring me to come back.
Yeah, good for you, man.
Yeah, Patrick's been at it, man. He's been working. Yeah, it's not too bad, you know.
So we always like to keep up with the current inside jokes and kind of memes from the team. We know the Babadook has been a factor in recent years. What's got you guys giggling this year?
Let's see. That's a brilliant question. I might have to think about that one for a little bit.
Okay. They don't laugh on this team. You heard that here first.
There's just so many inside jokes, and I'm sure that there are better people on the team better to answer this question.
Who's the #1 most clowning for the season? If there is a trophy, #1 most clowning, which there is.
Elliot or Ian, maybe?
I think we have a rising star among our freshman ranks.
Oh.
Frey?
Riley Frey's up there, but I would have to put Amrik Adara up there.
Amrik,
Yeah,
the freshman.
The freshman. He's
Definitely
quite the goon.
Good.
Quite the jouster. Yeah,
Well, that's important. Sometimes those goofy freshmen turn out to be excellent captains by the senior year. We'll see what happens.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
I hope so. We'll
Road
see.
to the Amrik captainship of Vivo.
That would be
begins
crazy.
now.
Great. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Any thoughts going in the second half? What you guys are looking to do to get out of this game with the win?
I think we just have to keep applying pressure. I mean, we really crush them with an upwind downwind break. If we continue doing that, we're really gonna put them out of this. I mean, 8-4, that's gonna be really hard for them to come back from.
Yeah.
Just
We're a
keep working
second
hard.
half team, and we're looking good going in the second half. So let's get it.
Thank you so much, guys. Matthias, Patrick, you guys are great.
Thanks so much.
Best of
Yeah.
luck in the second half. We love watching y'all. Thank you.
You heard it here first. Goofy freshman, the captain pipeline might be refilled. That was great. Big shout out, big props to those guys for doing the interview.
Yeah, actually, great interviews.
Yeah, both great interviews.
Patrick Connor, class of 2024, so he'll be back next year after his ACL. And then, of course, we got Matthias, who I think is a sophomore, but Matthias Lee, class of 2025, also
right.
a sophomore.
That's right. And Amrik, the shout out is the rising most clowning. Number 10, the freshman.
Yeah, I'm going to have a talk with him.
Yeah, you might have to pass on some wisdom.
Yeah, see, maybe get a little brownie and thuggery, little info passed on.
Well, we said we'd go away for halftime, but it looks like the teams are pretty close to playing again.
I think they're ready to keep it moving. Everyone's excited about the NBA Game 6 between the Heat and the Celtics. So
That's right.
they're probably
Ken
trying to get
Jimmy
this taken
Butler
care of.
And his squad take down Jason Tatum. A Brown win followed by a Heat win. I can ask for nothing better. We got a lot of A lot of chatter on the YouTube comments here.
Oh, good. Are they enjoying the
I
broadcast?
think they're enjoying it.
I'm having fun, I'll tell you that much.
You get back at school.
Having a blast.
All right, Ben Saber roaming the sideline, myself, Ben Sprung, and back behind the camera, and we're excited to bring you second half action. We keep forgetting how short ultimate halves are, even though we played ultimate for a long time. I'm not sure.
I think it feels longer when you're sprinting around in a zone cup than when you're 7 minutes left. Say that again? Oh, thank you. Okay, and that's Coach Jake. We hope to bring an interview with him later on if we're lucky.
Can we get you for the post game? Coach Jake Smart dropping some wisdom on us. It's not just a feeling. Halftime is actually shorter than it used to be. Imagine that.
Oh, that's what you're saying, that halftime is shorter.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying the halves are shorter.
Oh, yeah, no, halftime itself. Shortened to 7 minutes, he said.
Why not? You don't need to get all like.
I agree.
It's not like we have commercials to run.
Yeah, right. Amo said it took a lot longer to score right then. Speaking of commercials to run, we do have some commercials to run.
And we'll run it after this next point as Carleton looks to throw off to Brown, up 8-4. I love this Carleton cheer. I think I was singing it on accident earlier.
Brown ended the half with a hold. They're looking to start the second half with a hold, and there's an offsides call, I think, is what the crossed arms is. Is that right, Corby? Offsides?
Offside.
So what does that mean? They walk it? Okay, Brown chooses to put it in the brick mark. Jacques zips a blade to Henry, who makes the grab. Jock making quick work of the zone with that throw. He put some oomph on that. Jock takes a bump, takes the hit, through contact, throw and go with Leo. Now Elliott's got it. Elliott, a dicey throw to Jason, but it worked for the goal, and that's a quick hold by Brown. Well, they've got the mile per hour machine where you can throw a disc against the backstop and see how hard you can throw. And I have a feeling that that bladey forehand from Jacques would have been up there on the leaderboard.
Yeah, Jacques really been impressive this whole tournament. Got to be in the conversation for one of the players of the tournament.
I agree.
Hardly any turnovers, touching the disc every other time. The speed is impressive. He can get open at will.
The master of the throw and go, I would say. It's interesting to see how different people have different styles. I think we watched John Randolph for a few years, and he was unguardable from the front of the stack. Jacques loves to be coming from behind the disc, and seems similarly unguardable in that capacity. In any case, Carleton's out there on down 9-4. Looking to turn things around. It's 9-4 if you're just turning in. Brown is ahead. Pre-quarters matchup, and we've got Cal, Oscar, Morgan, Ian, Emmett, I think Marty, and Will with the pull, and Ben Saber on the play-by-play.
They have that as the stat. They have 9 turnovers. And Carleton picks it up. Emmett is on the mark. Cal joins him on the mark, and it's up line, and Ian is right on his neck, and he drops it. Brown with the turn, looking to score a break. Will's got it. Back to Cal. Looking for Will. He's got him. Looking for Cal. And back to Emmett in the middle, the freshman. There's a call, a pit call.
Kind of hammer back. I've noticed he comes a lot kind of out of the stack. I mean, yes, he's back there a lot, but when it's a lot of times.
And they're discussing the pit call or where they were.
Brown comfortable playing this 3-man game with Cal, Emmett, and Will.
And yeah, they're running a nice little weave here.
Yeah, bringing me back to the days of JR, Saul, and Ned Dick out there on the D line for Brown in 2019.
Back to Cal. They're playing here. Cal in the blue visor finds Emmett in the blue visor. Finds Cal in the blue visor. Finds Emmett in the blue visor.
I remember watching him last year.
And Emmett's looking, and he finds Ian Lacer for the goal and does a most clown-worthy celebration dance. Folks, we heard that another guy was most clowning, but that was a good dance.
And that's another break by Brown. They are rolling out there. 10-4, BMO over Cut. Tough game for Cut so far. Brown's man defense has really amped it up for this game. Every in-cut is contested. That was a drop, but Ian was right there and definitely forced the receiver to try to make the one-handed grab.
Well, yeah, when you've already blocked one or two earlier in the game, they feel you on their back
They
there,
feel you for
and that's
sure.
a little scary.
They know they can't let up and let the disc come to them. Ian Lazar, Oscar Lowe, Emmett Young, the freshman, Cal, number 2, Will, number 8, Morgan, number 3, and Marty, number 22. I think that's the same line as last point. Those guys are staying out there, and it's Emmett Young, the freshman sensation, with the pull. Ben Saber with the call.
And Emmett with a great pull. Oh, past the goal line. And then he's on the mark after the pull. Giving him nothing. Marty on the mark. Carlton's looking downfield. Finds one. It's Emmett again. Emmett's looking bouncy. Call.
Shout out to Lewis Bowman watching at home.
We love to hear that, Lewis. Thanks for joining us. Peanut.
Call your ones, call your twos.
Play stoppage on this O point for Carleton. Emmett Young on the mark, number 16 on Carleton with the disc.
And
a turn.
Brown gets the force, and Will sends it. But the wind had other plans, and the disc is back on Carleton's goal line. They're looking to march it up the whole field. And it's up. A huck going deep to Marty, and Marty with the D.
Great D by Marty.
Excellent for the fifth-year player, the longest tenured member of Brownie in Motion. Teammates love him throughout his whole 5 years.
Getting a little sloppy.
Emmett unable to grab a difficult pass, and Carleton's going back towards their goal. Morgan on the mark. Oscar's poaching to gum things up. And Oscar closing in on the mark. This guy's got a good... Oh, Ian.
Get off my boy!
Ian is really getting close on every in-cut.
Semi-gratuitous layout to maintain possession.
Now number 7 in the middle. Oscar on the mark. Morgan now on the mark. Oh, and they keep throwing it here. Will's on him. And it goes back. Carleton's trying to score here. Morgan's guys got the disc. Back to 19. Ooh, and Marty's on the mark. He's long. But his hands are a little high in the throw. Inside out break for the goal for Carleton to make it.
That was Michael Drager, number 54 for Carleton, making the reception. He's a senior. 10-5.
10-5.
Brown's O team walks back on the field. We've got Noah, Leo Gordon, Jason Tapper, Henry, Luca, Jacques, and Elliot.
And Brown's starting to have fun now. We got some dance moves on the line here, over here. I don't know if they hear Charlie Wilson in their heads or what, but they are jamming. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, love to see it. Can we get a zoom in on these moves? I mean, geez, Louis. Oh, they're done. Okay.
The zooming is tough. Those pinch to zoom is tough.
Pinch to zoom is tough. But they're having fun, and that's the way it should be. College Ultimate is a gift to these guys. Get to spend these times with their best friends playing the sport they love.
That's right.
And now in a do-or-die game against Carleton Cut, Brown is looking to finish them off. It's 10-5 Brown. Game to 15 at the moment.
And the Chase Sparling Beckler look like his Sawyer Blair, number 16, with a nice bladey pull. Picked up by Noah, centers to Jacques. Jacques looking downfield, Brown's in a horizontal offense. Leo, Gordon with the disc, Brown's counting them knee to Elliot Rosenberg, back to Leo. Leo to Luca. Luca to Jacques. Jacques to Leo, back to Jacques. And that got away from him, a little miscommunication there as Leo threw it behind Jacques. Carleton's D team, immediate huck. And Leo in the D gets the disc back for the O team.
That was a phenomenal D from Callahan nominee Leo Gordon. He really got up there.
Yeah, that was that guy was certainly open, but maybe a little hasty from Carleton. In any case, Jacques picks up. He's got Henry streaking deep, holsters it, finds and a layout block. A layout block by number 1 on Carleton. That's a nice block. But that was a throw to a stationary receiver, and Carleton throws it out of bounds. They cannot convert on the opportunity, and Brown's O team is going to get the disc back again. Jacques picks up. Leo's kind of hanging out on the sideline. Now he gets away. Elliot going up the line. Jacques looks him off. Finds Leo for the swing. Leo over to Jason. Jason, the freshman. Back to Leo. He's got Henry wide open downfield, but swings it over to Jason. Jason's got Henry coming underneath. He's going to hit Jacques. Jacques got 2 guys going deep. Wise holster from Jacques to Elliot. Elliot looking downfield, puts it up. Blades in the wind. Luca going up and is not able to make the grab, and Henry almost comes and picks up the trash, but that's another turn at this point. As the wind's picked up and the turns have picked up 2.
Yeah, that was a tough throw, but I see what he was thinking there. I mean, we could have caught it.
Yep, it was a good look, but it's a hard throw in this upwind that's also kind of a crosswind.
Let's see if Cut wants to work it up or
D team, their third chance at this point. Brown's O team is playing some junk here, trying to trap them. We'll see if they're able to do it. And a nice find by number 4 over to number 54. As we learned before, that's Michael Drager. Double O is Colin Baker. Carleton's D team working against Brown's O team. If you're just joining in, it's 10-5 Brown in the second half. Carleton's D team looking for a break with a bladey throw to the end zone. It's caught just short of the goal line. And the next throw for the goal and the break for Cut.
First break for Cut.
First break of the game for Cut.
Yay! What's his name? Michael. So we bring you to Michael's father after Michael scores a great goal for Carleton.
Great to see him get a goal.
And how did you get him to be such a good athlete?
He's a good kid and he works hard. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go Cut.
Strong work from Ben Safer on the sideline.
Well, he came up to me and said, "That's my son." And I said, "This is your interview. Let's go."
This is your moment to sign, sir.
Now,
and I believe it's a timeout.
That was not something we want to see again, of course, despite that proud father-son moment. We would like to see Brown get it cleaned up on offense and keep the throws a little less risky.
Yeah, and Brown, after looking very, very clean on offense all game, I think turns it 3 times that point. Cut eventually punches it in, and Brown is called timeout. They're going to rest their own line. That was an upwind point for Brown, so Brown will be going downwind now on offense. But Cut's feeling like they've got a little momentum here. It was 10-4, and now it's 10-6.
Yeah, and it's not out of reach for them. So, as my mic falls off, excuse me.
Jake Smart looking fly in the baby blue.
Of course, a nod to his alma mater, Wisconsin. Are they at this tournament?
That is a great question.
No,
They're not.
neither is Oregon.
Oregon's here.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to throw shade on Oregon.
Who was it? What's
I don't think Oregon has ever won a national championship, although they're a perennial contender.
I think that's right. They made a finals in some point.
Yeah.
06, 07,
the Wiggins?
the Wiggins, or 04. I think 06. Anyway,
No lines out there again.
we got Henry the Prom King, Elliot Rosenberg, Luca, Duclos Orsello, Leo Gordon, Noah Ball Burke, a couple hyphenated last names out there, Jock Nissen, and Jason Tapper. Mike Coffin helpfully chimes in and says Oregon making the finals was 2003. That is correct. The Wiggins brothers. Noah DeJacque. Brown in horizontal offense. 3 handlers, 4 downfield. Leo gets the disc on the sideline, looking downfield. Little high release flick to Luca, right back to Leo. Leo up the line to Elliott. Nice grab with the one hand. Swings it to Leo. Leo looking springy out there. Leo to Jock from the front of the stack. Brown's in the vertical stack now, and a beautiful hammer from Jock to a wide open Luca.
And that point
For
should
the
get him
goal.
dancing on the line again. A little bit of a confidence boost for Brown that they can still work it in. They take the 11-6 lead.
That's right. Good
That was-
hold by Brown after getting broken. 11-6, midway through the second half.
Should we interview them?
Sure.
Do you guys want to be interviewed?
And let's go live to the family of Leo Gordon.
The family of Callahan nominee Leo Gordon is here. He's very proud of their brother and child.
Big family contingent out here, of course.
It's a lot of power having a microphone and a following of about 60 viewers. It really feels great.
We're actually at 98, believe it or not.
98!
99, might break 100.
Got 99 followers.
3 goals on hammers to that corner, says the chat. Speaking of goals,
We've got Zach, Aiden, Andy, freshman most clowning, I think, right? Or is that?
Oh, get there. Yes, I love you.
And Brown's in a
I
loose
think it's
zone.
we've got Adrian out there, number 6, Andy, number 76,
Thank you, Ben.
Riley, number 67.
And a hammer, crossfield. 38 brings it in.
Go below. Do it again, Mark.
Wearing the hoodie while playing is a thing that happened after we played. And I have to confess, I do not really understand it.
Well, they're sun hoodies, Ben. They're for sun protection. They're not the warm hoodies that we're used to from the 90s.
It just seems like there's fabric flapping against the back of your neck and upper back in a distracting way. But number 9 doesn't look distracted as he's got the disc in Brown zone and a nice scuba up to 38.
And they bring it back to 9 for a goal just on time.
That's Andrew Shenholm, number 9, with the sun hoodie.
Grown man vibes. And it's 11-7. Brown trading goals there. And we would like to... Okay, take a look. This BMO goal, that Carleton goal is brought to you by One Day Advice. Speaking of goals, do you want to meet your financial goals? BMO alum Kyle Weisbrot is a fee-only financial advisor that operates as a fiduciary for his clients. There's a lot of financial noise these days. BMO alum Kyle Weisbrot can help make sense of the noise and provide clarity around what you can do to optimize your financial life. Trying to figure out how to deal with your RSUs? plan for college, set yourself up for retirement, Kyle is offering free 30-minute wealth consultations to BMO alums and parents, and I'm sure to Carleton alums and parents. Check out onedayadvice.com/BMO for more information.
Thanks for that incredibly well executed ad read, Ben Safer. And that was a real ad. We reached out to alums to cover the cost of the wireless microphones and the tripod for today's setup, and Kyle made a very generous donation. So we're going to promote his small business. Here we go. Browns O-team receiving, leading 11-7 in the second half of this pre-quarters action. Brown versus Carleton. Jacques Nissen with the disc. Looking downfield, he's got Luca coming under, he takes the deep shot to Leo.
Will it come back? It does, and Leo on the
grab just short of the goal line. Leo, a high release backhand to Elliot Rosenberg for the goal for Brown. That's a fourth row score.
And Elliot punched the disc sheepishly after a nice goal. I like that play. I like seeing Jacques go all the way.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of very impressive throws from Jacques, but we haven't seen him take too many deep shots this weekend.
We've seen a few, yeah, and that was a nice one.
So Brown holds up 12-7.
12-7.
We're only an hour and 5 minutes into the game, so I don't think the cap will come into effect.
But you never know. If Carleton has anything to say about it, maybe it will.
That's true. That's a good point.
But BMO looking confident with the last couple O points, looking real nice. Emmett's going to pull here with Cal, Marty, Martin, Will, Oscar, and Ian on the D team here.
And Morgan.
And Morgan. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I think you said there's
skip someone.
Oh no, I think you said them. My bad.
And Emmett pulls it. We've got a little bit of haze here as the sun peeks behind the clouds. Emmett's on the mark. Cal's gumming things up, and now Will's on the mark. And it's a huck from Carleton, but Ian's in the vicinity.
Woo!
And
Ian Laser rising up. He got up. And he didn't touch the disc, but he went up strong. He went up early. He went up high. And he kind of forced the Carleton player to be in the wrong place, and the disc sailed over his head for a turnover. Brown's defense with the disc. Looking for, I think, their fifth break of the game.
And Will's got it. Looking to find the next guy. Oscar cuts and he clears. Cal's got it. Marty cuts and clears. Back to Will. It's a weird one, but Cal grabs it. And he hucks it to Marty, but the wind's a factor. It's floating. They gave up on the play, and it's a Carleton disc, and they're already working it up the right side.
Yeah, we've seen that flick.
Another huck immediately
very
from
difficult
Carleton.
to execute.
And he brings it down, but outside of the goal. Oh, in. The umpire calls it in.
That's Cullen Baker with the goal for Carleton. That was a nice reception. Carleton connects on the downwind flick huck after Brown's upwind flick huck got knocked down by the wind and was not completed. 12-8. Brown leading cut.
Yeah, the hucks to the right side of the field, if you're watching, have been pretty difficult. And we've seen a handful of them just not really getting completed by either team, if my memory serves.
I think you're right. I think we've seen no hucks completed from left to right.
And we're going to see here if Brown's steady O-line play continues. They're hoping to knock one in here as they lead 12-8 in the pre-quarterfinal, a single elimination game. Win or go home.
Why not?
Yes.
Interview?
Oh, do you want to be interviewed? Okay.
We've got Luca's mom.
What have you seen? Who are you supporting out there today? Who's your kid?
Okay, so my name is Liz Duclos. Hello, my kid is Luca. But I am supporting all the members of this team. They are freaking rock stars, and everybody has contributed.
And have you been to a bunch of tournaments?
I have.
What has it been like the journey with this team as they wind down their season this weekend?
So it's amazing to see them come together as a team. You know, they started out the season. I think people weren't sure on the team, off the team, how this team was going to be. Totally different team from last year, and it's been amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Leo Gordon's huck to Jason did not work out. Carleton's defense will pick up. Thank you for that.
Right. We're doing it. Okay, where's they got you?
Last year, Elliot's mom and I, that's what we did at Nationals.
Disc in play. Jason on the mark.
Now that we're back to Jacques to hammer to
Carleton, a couple in cuts, about 25 yards off the end line. Jacques on the mark.
Excellent.
Thanks for that wonderful.
Oh,
sideline
Jason
interview.
nearly gets the D.
Henry on the mark, and the deep shot goes up. Backhand to the upwind side, and it's caught. It's caught outside the end zone, not in, not in. Carleton looking for the break here, right on the goal line. And they've got it. They've got it. That's a break for Carleton. It's 12-9.
Another break from Carleton. It looked like BMO had a decent downfield throw, but it was incomplete.
Yeah, it was a deep shot. Leo's deep shot to
Jason.
It just didn't quite work out. It seemed like it was going to work, but it didn't. And Carleton picked it up, and strong offense by their D team. They worked it down the field to roughly midfield and took a nice deep shot. I think that deep shot from left to right as a backhand is a lot more available than as a flick, and that's what they threw, and they completed it for the goal. Or they completed it for just short of the goal line, but then worked it in.
It's been a little bit of story of two halves here with Carleton winning the second half so far,
Yeah.
5-4.
Absolutely.
After Brown took half 8-4.
Absolutely.
So
And,
we were really
it's
looking
12
for. And now Brown's got to score going into the win.
That's right. That's right. That's another big thing about that break. It was going upwind for Carleton. So Carleton's trying to get that 2-for-1, get the upwind break, follow it up with the downwind break. We'll see if they're able to do it. We've got Brown's O team out there, standard O team. And pulling for cut is number 64 with a nice outside in pull. That's Leo on their team, Leo Zhao. Jason backs up Noah, picks up, flips it to Jacques. Jacques over to Noah. Brown in horizontal offense. A little confusion downfield. Noah's got Leo on an under. Leo, big backhand huck to a streaking Henry, but the wind knocks it down and cut D's the throw. And
that's
really,
down.
I think turns it.
He bobbled it.
And 0-0 for cut. That was a very low throw. Cullen Baker thought he caught it on the rebound.
If anyone at home could rewind that YouTube and zoom in, because we could really use a replay on that. Too close to call live.
I thought from here that it was down.
I thought it was down too, but I'm extremely biased.
Yeah. And the observer is going to call it up. The observer calls it up, so it's up.
The observer was pointing up from the moment that.
Interesting. Disc in. Jacques on the mark. Cut looking for their second break in a row. Number 19 with the disc.
Luca on the mark
here. 16 with the disc for Carleton. Brown's playing man backhand defense here. Nice grab by 64.
And Henry's on the mark.
He's a big man. Stall count rising. A tough around flick.
Henry.
That's a nice throw. Cut continues the around with a swing up the sideline and some kind of call. I think a travel call. Leo's called a travel.
Back in my day, people did not call travel.
Sideline. Carleton sideline doesn't love that call.
You got to think for these cut and brown players, the drop in the temperature is more welcome than it's for me in my little mom's tank top.
Yeah, it's gotten noticeably colder in the last 20 minutes. The sun has really gone behind some thick clouds. The wind has picked up, and the temperature is dropping. But what's not dropping is cut with the disc, trying to work it in for a second break in a row. An upline cut. They're only about 15 yards out.
Luca on the mark.
Luca's on the mark, number 16, pointing.
Ooh, it's a floater. Will Elliott.
And that's, I think, Cullen going up to get that. Elliott's on the mark. A nice around break to number 7. Cut 15 yards away from another break.
Noah, wild arm.
And Jacques gets it back as Jacques reads that and picks off the swing. Jacques to Noah, to Jacques. He's got Luca going deep, but he gives it back to Noah. Gets it right back. Jock to Leo, right back to Jock. Looking at Luca, finds him. About 5 yards out of the end zone, right back to Jock. To Leo. Leo probably called contact to Jock. Looking back to Leo and a call.
That Leo D was I'm sorry, that Jock D was next level.
Yeah, Jock came off his man, read that the Carleton player was looking for a swing from the front of the stack. And Jock with the inside-out flick to Leo Gordon for the goal with the emphatic spike to make it 13-9 Brown.
And that's a key point for Brown as things started to get a little dicey there. To pull within 2 of the game, it's 13-9 Brown now with a 4-point lead.
Yeah.
And now Carleton's faced with holding going upwind.
That's right. Brown holds going upwind. That was a huge hold to make it 13-9. As you said, Ben, instead of 12-10. And now Carleton's O team has to go upwind.
I love that kind of D that Jock had, where it's like he just is a step ahead mentally. It's not the athleticism necessarily. It's just like I played a lot of ultimate, and I know you don't see me, but I know where you're going with it.
Yep.
Grab it.
At
Will Arnold
you
would
almost,
be proud.
You almost want to yell out "aha" as it throws in the air.
Exactly. I learned that from Will Arnold, and by the end of my time, I had a few of those.
Yeah, Will definitely was pro poach in the right time.
It's kind of like the way Will and I did it was you kind of play like a ditz, like you're running back to the stack tired, and then you like come back and grab it.
Big brain move right there. All right, Brown's on defense. Emmett with the pull, Ben Saber with the call.
Could go out of bounds there. Carleton will center it. And Brown's got Will, Cal, Marty, Emmett, Ian, Morgan, and Oscar Lowe.
Colin Baker to pick up for Carleton and jog the disc to the brick mark.
Let's go, Will. Let's go, Marty.
He's had an effective game.
And Marty getting big on the mark. So we hear Coach Jake Smart calling out encouragement for his team. And Oscar Lowe comes in for the huge play out D without the layout.
Oscar Lowe continues his scintillating performance today. He's had several great defensive plays.
And now Morgan's got it in the middle. He's looking, he finds Cal and clears. Cal's looking, but he's got Will. And he hits Will. Will has Emmett. He's looking for more. He sees, and Cal's back. Brown looking for the break here. Cal to Will. Will up line. Oscar. Will. Marty.
Great work from Brown's 2 handlers so far on this point. Committing to the reset, that's what we're seeing. And at some point, I'd look for them to get yards coming out of the backfield instead of just getting their reset. Emmett is often the 3rd handler on this line, number 15. We'll see if he comes back into that slot or if they just play the 2-handler game when they're in the vertical stack offense as they are now. Shout out to Nancy Castro.
Shout out to Nancy Castro, beautiful lady. Love her.
Got some anti-glove sentiment on the chat.
Well, as we heard from okay, now Will knocks it in, back to Cal. Back to Cal. They're getting Emmett back in the front, poor coach's orders. Oh, and Carleton
snatches it with
the gimme D's. And Carleton's looking to hold now, but they still have a little wind to deal with and some ferocious Brown D as Marty comes in on the mark. And Oscar on the mark now. Marty again. Gets it on the sideline with Ian. Ooh, and Will had a chance there, but saw it a little too late. Will on the goal line. Carleton's trying to get in there with the scuba. They do, and spike it to bring it to 13-10. Carleton able to hold upwind. Brown will now try to do the same.
Carleton with the edge down spike, trying to make the disc not so nice for the Brown O team. But
Oh, a little malicious spiking
little-
accusation here from the
I
cameraman.
see him now. He's certainly regretting what he's done because I see him trying to bend the disc back into shape. But
sometimes
hey,
you get a little pumped up.
sometimes you get pumped up. Jake Smart exhorting the sideline. It's 13-10 Brown. As you said, Ben Saper, it's been Carleton outscoring Brown so far in the second half.
Yeah, and Carleton it's impressive. It's kind of, you can see them kind of folding if they come out 4-8. Brown looked dominant in the first half. Carleton's here to play. They're making this a game. They're down 3.
They're here to play. They don't want to go home easily. And they were down 10-4. It's 13-10, so they're on a 6-3 run. Brown's O team has completed the crumping to ward off the Babadook, and they're ready to receive the pull. And it's Noah going to field this Blady outside and pull. He'll let it fall, pick it up on a hop, bobble it, but he's still got time to center the disc to Jacques. Jacques finds Leo with that nice inside-out backhand. Leo looking downfield. Now he's looking for Jacques out of the backfield. Jacques to Elliott, right back to Jacques. They love to do that. Jacques fakes the big backhand, hits Leo. Leo, we've got a play stoppage. How much does an ad cost on this live stream?
My Venmo is at Ben-Safer. You'll find out when you send it.
We actually sell ads by auction. Still a stoppage on the field. We've got the observer involved in the discussion, and we don't know what it was, but it's coming in, stalling one. Brown's about 35 yards out of the end zone. On offense, Leo to Jacques. Jacques right back to Leo. Leo right back to Jacques. And Jacques zips it to Jason Tapper, the freshman sensation, for the hold and the goal. 14-10 Brown.
And Brown is on the doorstep to moving on to the quarterfinals now. 14-10, game to 15.
That was a big upwind hold by Brown. I have to say the wind was kind to us on that point, as it was not very strong, or not as strong as it has been. And right on cue, it's gusting now as Brown picks up the disc to pull going downwind.
You can watch my hat to see how the wind is doing if you want. Shout out Liz and Ben Sprung for this wonderful gift.
Shout out to Liz Donato.
In case you did
My
not know.
brother said the audio is good. That's good.
Thank you, Jonah, for tuning in. Jonah, of course, on last year's tournament was our cameraman and did an excellent job.
Well, I have to say, this folding chair apparatus, we have the tripod on the folding chairs and me standing on the folding chairs, and it's working out pretty well. And my brother also says to hit him up because he's in Chicago. He'd love to come and see your improv and hang out after the show.
Oh, yeah, we should hang. Let's do it. I forgot about that. And here is...
We've got Will, Matthias, Caleb, Andy, Riley, Sid the Kid, and Adrian to pull, and also Zach out there to round out the D-line on this point. One chance to win on D. 14-10 Brown.
Adrian with the
Adrian
pretty
with the
pull.
Ben Saper with the call.
And Brown is looking to win on D. Zach on the mark with Adrian, Caleb. And they're in a zone, Brown. Carlton's bumping it around. Adrian on the mark, gets it through, and Sid the Kid gets this catch on D. And Brown needs to chill maybe a little bit, but they found Caleb. Caleb to Sid. Sid's looking, finds Caleb. Caleb up line, and it's a turnover. Oh, but there may have...
Knocked away by Colin Baker, and Carleton recovers the disc on offense.
Matthias is back deep for Brown, but here comes Andy. Nope, not able to knock it down. And Andy in the cup reestablishes with Zach, Adrian, and Andy. And Carleton's on the doorstep to... Carleton puts it in with a guy with the hood again. He's quite good at goal scoring.
That's Anders Shenholm for Carleton, rocking the Sun hoodie.
That's a very Minnesota name. And it's 14-12.
14-12. Brown coming out on offense. They're going to have to hold upwind to win the game on this point. 14-12 now. 14-12 Brown.
And that was an exciting play. I could have sworn they were going to win on D there for a second. They got a little bit risky.
I also thought that, but good trust from Coach Jake Smart to put the second D line out there on game point.
Yeah,
or what's essentially the second D line. And I think a timeout's been called. Probably by Minnesota. Timeout Minnesota. I mean,
does anyone
Carlton.
have any intel on
Carlton.
tomorrow's matchup? Where I guess that's a game going on right now.
I think we think it's UNC.
We gotta get the UNC.
Yeah, UNC. Winner is UNC.
Oh, so the winner of this game plays UNC.
Yeah.
Are they the 1 seed of the tournament?
Yeah.
And last year's champ?
Yes.
Who beat us in the finals?
Yes.
That was the problem with not beating UMass.
Yeah, they had a very tough. Either way, they ended up here. They had to go for UNC by the semis.
Yeah.
Mike
it would have been
confirms in the chat. Shout out to Kafka.
Thank you,
UNC.
Kafka. Yeah, that's going to be a tough game if Brown can get out of here. But
Carlton's still looking to make some noise, though. Oh, I'm sorry. It is 14-11.
What'd you think it was?
Let's see
It is 14-11. They did change it to 14-12, but it's 14-11. 14-11 Brown. Sorry for the score mistake.
They're volunteers.
They changed the scoreboard twice, and they've now corrected it. 14-11. Browns on offense. Got the usual suspects out there: Noah, Henry, Jacques, Luca, Leo, Elliott. And Jason, the freshman sensation.
One of several freshman sensations.
Pull coming in, deep pull. It's Noah. He's going to let it drop, bobble it. Elliott backs him up. Centers to Jacques. Jacques in his own end zone. Horizontal cut from to Leo. Leo looking downfield. He finds Jason on the in cut, gets it right back. Leo looking downfield. Brown's in a vertical stack. Leo's going to look for Jacques. Hits him out of the backfield. Jacques up to Elliott, and he was very open, too open. There's a call, and the disc is going to go back on the pick. 14-11 Brown. Wait, put the camera on you?
No, just
yell.
If they win, just yell.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to ask. You're gonna have to hope they come through.
Ben Safer exhorting me to yell if and when Brown wins the game. Jacques with the disc. Looks off Jason, finds Leo, gets it right back. Jacques and Leo playing the two-man game. Elliott Rosenberg with the disc. Saw count rising a little bit. He's looking for Leo. He's looking for Leo. And Leo makes a tough grab on that around flick. Beautiful break to Jacques. Jacques milks it. Jacques looking at Henry, looks him off. That was wise. Finds Leo upline. Leo to Luca.
And Luca catches the goal for the win!
Brown is through 2 quarters, defeating Cut 15-11.
Huge win for Brown against a very difficult Carleton team. Carleton ends their season admirably. They won't be adding a 5th championship this year. Brown still has a chance to match them at 4.
That was a nice hole by Brown going upwind. It looked a little dicey when the pull was bobbled after it hit the ground and the backup man had to field it, but that's why you put 2 guys back there, and Brown's able to work it up from their own end zone as we watch the handshake line. Well, thanks for tuning in, folks. Stick around for some post-game clowning. We'll be here. We'll have a few post-game interviews if the players are cooperative, or the coaches. And see you, Corby.
See you later.
Take care.
Gotta go find the other team.
Okay.
See you tomorrow.
Bye, Corb.
All right, guys. Well done.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for
and
the kind
Andrew
words
Sheldon.
on that. Yeah. The chair didn't collapse. I had a lot of weight on my left leg, and I think my calf might be sore tomorrow. But I'm gonna keep the camera running, but I'm gonna pull it down from its lofty heights. Nancy's asking who's #1 most clowning.
You already know. Oh, they're signing off. We better do our final sign off. Or do we already do it?
They are signing off, yeah.
And as we Hi. I'm Ben.
And I'm Ben.
This is our post-game coverage of the 2023 Ultimate Frisbee National Championship pre-quarterfinal game.
Presented by Captain Seaweeds.
Ben, what did
Yes,
you see
Ben.
out there today?
I saw a hard-fought game. I saw 2 teams going at it, but I saw Brown come out in the early game with some real intensity on D, getting a bunch of blocks and able to punch it in and opened up an early lead and withstood the Carleton pushback. It was windy, and but it was man defense all the way, and I think at the end of the day, it's just can you beat the other team's guys coming in under, and Brown was able to do that and get their turns. And the offense looked good. Very comfortable hitting the resets, very comfortable throw and go. And it's the best Browns looked all weekend, I think, for sure.
Thank you. And I'm Ben, and we now bring you to our post-game feature. We're taking requests. If you would like to see
Let's try to get Jake.
And we will now try and get Coach Jake for an interview. That was kind of a bit, just for everyone at home. And they're dropping quickly.
They're dropping quickly, but there's more still watching than I would have thought. Should we run over and get the coach's post-game reaction?
Yes.
Let's do it.
We're going to get the coach's post-game reaction if he'll talk to us.
Coaches. Coach Mark, Coach Nate.
All right, you do I'll hold the mic. All right, we're sneaking up on the coaches for the post-game interview. Coach Jake Smart.
I'm Ben Saper. Nice to see you, Jake.
Sprung.
Oh, right on. What year are you guys?
07.
07?
05.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
So what were your thoughts on that game? It looked like Brown got off to a really great start in the first half, and you guys were able to close it out in the second.
Yeah, I mean, awesome game. Awesome game. D came out really hot. I think kind of our young guns on the D line, Emmett and Oscar, playing really, really well downfield.
Oscar's been playing incredible
Yeah.
defense today.
Yeah. When he turns it on, he can move. He can move, which is sick. Brought the O-line guys for the upwinders early on. You saw Jacques and Leo helped us lock in all those breaks, basically. Luca and Jason also coming over. And that kind of let us open it up slightly in the second half, where you could play a pure D-line person and a pure zone line person. And overall great. A couple blips out of the O in the second half, but pretty clean sheet. They missed taking a couple shots I think that they can hit. And then after that, they totally rebounded, which was sick. Yeah, I don't know. Fun to watch.
Great commentary. We're looking tomorrow at a big game against last year's champion, number 1 seed of the tournament, North Carolina.
Yep.
Take a similar approach. Will we see the offensive guys crossing over again, or we'll see what happens tomorrow?
Oh yeah, no, we'll definitely play the offensive guys on the D line a decent amount. Jacques, Leo, and Elliot are guys in particular that we trust with the ball. And they really open stuff up with their break side throws. Will and Cal can move so well. And if they have somebody who can distribute to them, it's pretty hard to stop. So yes, we'll be crossing them.
And what will you be telling your team tonight as they prepare for tomorrow, trying to get some rest?
Yeah, honestly, food, water, get to bed. Get to bed as soon as possible. That's the biggest challenge with pre-quarters is it's the late game. You get jacked up, you drink Red Bull right before a 5:30 game, then you got to go to bed 4 hours later, get up and do it again. That's usually the big challenge with pre. So honestly, it's enjoy it and get to bed.
Thank you, Coach. Congrats on the big win.
Thank
you.
you.
See you out there tomorrow.
Yeah,
See you tomorrow.
Thanks.
Sleep well. Should
And
we wrap it up?
yeah, we'll wrap it up here. Thanks for sticking with us. Now, that was a very polished interview from Jake.
It really was. It seemed like he'd done that before.
I'm sure he has.
And it seemed like you'd done that before.
Well, but we, yeah, thank you again for Ben Sprung for putting this all together. Thank you all for watching from home.
Tune in later tonight as we bring you Game 6, Heat versus Celtics. We'll be jumping on a plane to Miami right now.
Watch out, Cassidy, Hubbard, Jake Zibin. We coming.
Don't know who those are.
Those are people from my high school that like work for ESPN and the MLS.
Nice.
Cassidy's the
play-by-play.
She interviews the people on the court.
Cassidy would be proud.
Yeah, Cassidy would be proud. All right, thanks a lot, folks. We'll talk to you tomorrow as we
we'll bring you quarterfinals action. I think that's the plan.
And what time is that?
That is a great question. We don't know.
It's around 10, I think. 10:30.
I think that's right. I think that's right, but I'm not positive.
Good. Check your Google, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Good night, everybody.
Much love from Ben and Ben.